Hi friends, welcome to Vidyanagar Public School's online class. Today, ma'am has come up with a beautiful poem. The title of the poem is Geography Lesson by Brain Pattern. Okay, and let me tell you, my dear children, you might have heard or you might have seen that the children are fulfilling the unfulfilled dreams of their parents. In your home also, you might have noticed that your parents are purchasing new bungalow or building new houses or purchasing a car and costly bed and cozy beds and other things which were not possible by your grandparents. Yes, like that, when you grow up, you will also have to fulfill the dreams of your parents. You have to make their dreams into reality, right? Right? Yes. So today, ma'am is going to teach you a different version of this feeling through this poem. Okay. Ma'am is going to teach you a different version of the same feeling through the poem. Green through the poem Geography Lessons. Okay. The poem Geography Lesson was written by Brain Pattern. Okay. The Brain Pattern is an eminent writer. He was born in 1946 in Liverpool. Where is Liverpool? It is in England. He is a popular poet and performer and a children's author. His poems are about the richness of life and imagination. His collections of poetry include Gargling with Jelly and Thawing Frozen Frogs. Geography Lesson is a poem about the valuable lessons the speaker learned from the unfulfilled dreams of travel that his geography teacher had. Okay, so let's move to the poem without much ado. Without much delay, let's move to the poem and let's see what's the poem. Geography lesson. Our teacher told us one day he would leave and sail across a warm blue sea to places he had only known from maps and all his life had longed to be. The house he lived in was narrow and grey, but in his mind's eye he could see sweet scented jasmine clinging to the walls and green leaves burning on an orange tree. He spoke to the lands he longed to visit, where it was never drab and cold. I couldn't understand why he never left and shook off the school's tranquil hold. Then, halfway through his final term, he took ill and never returned. He never got to that place on the map where the green leaves of the orange trees burned. The maps were redrawn on the classroom wall. His name was forgotten. It faded away. But a lesson he never knew he taught is with me to this day. I travel to where the green leaves burn, to where the ocean's glass clear and blue. To all those places my teacher taught me to love, but which he never knew. What a beautiful poem, isn't it? Very beautiful. It's a very beautiful poem that a student is actually fulfilling the dreams of his teacher. Okay, how great. Let's go through one more time. Our teacher told us one day he would leave and sail across the warm blue sea. What is that? The speaker is saying that about his teacher. The teacher one day told them that he would leave the school and he would go to the place which is very warm and warm blue. He will sail across, he will travel through the sea to the places he had only known from the maps, which he had never visited in his life, which he only longed for. He wished to go in those places. The house he lived, it was narrow and grey, But in his mind's eye, he could see sweet-scented jasmine clinging to the walls. Okay, so his house was grey, narrow and grey, but in his mind's eye. When I say mind's eye, do our minds have eyes? Only on the face we have eyes. That is inner eye, inner eye. Mind's eye means inner eye, the imagination. The poet's imagination eyes could see that sweet-scented jasmine clinging to the walls and the green leaves burning on an orange tree. Burning? What does it mean by burning here? Have you seen the sunshine? The sun is burning and giving the light, right? The same way here, the leaves are burning means very bright on an orange tree. He spoke of the land he longed to visit. This teacher always talked about the land he wanted to visit, where it was never drab and cold. Where those places, he was saying, those places were not drab and cold. Drab means which is dull, which is not lacking interest and all. That the places that he wished to go were not drab and cold. I couldn't understand why he never left and shook off the school's stranglehold. The boy, the speaker, the boy saying that why this teacher is hanging on to the school, why he couldn't have gone to certain places that he wished to go. Then halfway through his final term, he took ill and never returned. In between the school days, the teacher did not come back. He became ill and he never got to that place on the map. It was saying that he died actually, and he couldn't go to the places on the maps that he dreamt of, where the green leaves of the orange trees burned, where the green leaves of the orange trees were burning, were brightening. He couldn't go to those places. The maps were redrawn on the classroom wall. That means when this teacher faded, when this teacher went and died, another teacher came and she started taking the same topic and she started drawing the pictures. Okay, his name was forgotten. The name of the teacher who died, they all forgot the name of that teacher. It faded, but the lesson he taught did not fade. It was there in the speaker's mind, and the lesson that he taught is inside the speaker. I traveled to where the green leaves burn and to where the ocean's glass clear and blue. The boy went to the places where his teacher dreamt of. To all those places my teacher taught me to love, but which he never knew. But the teacher will never knew that his student went to all these places, and a teacher is never going to know that this boy has fulfilled his dreams, right? So this is a beautiful poem, don't you feel so? I hope all of you enjoyed the poem. So today I'm going to give you some homeworks, that is in answer these questions. I'll read out the questions. What did the teacher dream about? What did the teacher dream about? It is the first question you have to write down. Okay. Which line tells you that the teacher was imaginative? In which line it is said that the teacher is very imaginative? Was the teacher fond of the school? Which line tells you that? Is this teacher was so happy? Was the teacher happy then? Was the teacher happy? Write in your answer. Did the teacher's dream come true? Did the teacher's dream come true? That is a question. Another question. To all those places my teacher, the lines, but which he never knew. What does the speaker mean by no in this line? So just go to the lines, that then find what is the meaning of no. K-N-O-W. Okay. How is the speaker similar to his teacher? How is he different from the teacher? Okay, these are the homeworks you have to do. You have to write the homework in your notebook and send it to me. And after 7 p.m. I will also send the answers in the group so that you can check your answers. But you must send your homeworks into the group so that I can understand that you guys are listening to me, you guys are studying. Okay, don't forget to send your homeworks. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day, evening, or have a good day. Okay.